I walk suffocated fields of grass through cityscapes as buildings crash, and briefly tip my hat to all the people that we've passed. Now I'm taking on the new year before I've taken in the last, and I'm breaking with a new fear before reshaping from the facts. Now I see despondent faces ponder these questions being asked, like someone tied our laces and we started to collapse. No need for airs and graces to see all this broken glass as we try to extract the pieces from the latest things we've smashed. I've been trying to write a thesis about this writing on the wall, how this colourful graffiti tells the tale of how we fall. And I trust in us completely, but I won't abide by a law that puts rubber bullets in the backs of those who speak out for us all. Now it's starting to feel like Groundhog Day, every morn like the one before. Living for 28 years now, stuck in 1984. And we take to the floor, discuss the rule and how we break the fall when Mother Nature strokes our cheeks, then proceeds to reshape our jaw, which balances upon the shoulders of uprising fists and arms, with the scruff of arrogant collars gripped in resisting palms. It's abundantly apparent that we've been deafened by these alarms, but one day they'll break the calm when these pigs begin to resist the farm, and it holds a certain charm. This revolutionary lifestyle, where people are always hiding ulterior motives despite the smiles, and there's less and less people opening their homes to invite denial, and more children brought up hearing fight the fight, my child. And yes, we still live in the wild, and it's still survival of the fittest, and the blood is still the thickest, and our rivals are still the sickest. In this concrete carnival, look how much they charge for tickets. That's why in times of corporate crime we'll be joining them on the picket line, and we try to kick it fine, but these words can still hold meaning. I see these cameras all the time, and I thought I'd caught them screaming. So these poets tend to scribe of all this talk of war and feelings, asking put your hand now into mine and walk the walk of dreamers. But there's a risk of getting cast aside as we walk among the demons. I can feel the bombs erupting directly above this bunker ceiling. I've been wondering just what literature these showbiz punks are reading, while losing count of all the drinks we've sunk while drunk and steaming, and these hearts are ruptured bleeding, and the blood is smelling fragrant, and I rarely see a tear these days upon these blank-faced vagrants. But a man is not defined by the length of his last bank statement, or even when his stomach's vacant, and the bank's still claiming payments. Is it mere, is it blatant to anyone with half an ear who's listening, with all these weapons they're building and all the troops that they're enlisting, with all these dictator states the people overthrow resisting, that every single atom in this whole goddamn universe is coexisting? And if there's one thing that I've learned, it's that science, like God, loves a joke, and you better learn to laugh before your will is misshapen and broke. I'd like to watch the ships come in to see if they sink or float, or sitting beside the harbour side singing songs with all the drink in focus. We stoke the furnace of the machine with alcohol and nicotine, and fill the sky with beams of light dispersed between the thicker steam as we burn it like a disease. All this random droll on TV screens, and we only seem to recall the themes of the morals of these sicker dreams. In the background of black and white TV plays images of World War III, and even with the writing 3 feet high, I doubt we'd see the soldiers on the front line with itchy feet about to flee, and protesters who usually fight for freedom just sound asleep. I guess we should look to the light and be proud we found relief, or gradually pass the mic around so the crowd are allowed to speak. But there's a menacing looking cloud that surrounds and shrouds the weak, so we stand at the gates of the castle grounds and loudly pound our feet. While down beneath lie the bodies of the casualties who fall, tongue bitten off by teeth from all the brutalities of war. Their life, it may be brief, but for a moment they were standing tall. Heroes of our time believe, and where there's one, there's always more. So this poem is a tribute to all the poets that came before, and the protesters who gave their life so we could hold a pen at all. Every single drop of ink is spilled in the name of those we call, to mimic the drops of blood they gave as they pulled bricks from the walls. Cheers.